Hey everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. Still Tuesday, October 17th, 2017. The second video that I'm doing today. As a matter of fact, the first day that I'm doing this post-market wrap-up. I'm going to do this every business day now, unless something crazy comes up. Well, something crazy did come up, and we need to stop the freaking madness over here. What am I talking about? Well, yet again, the stock market, actually the Dow Jones Industrial Average and the S&P 500 hit new record highs today. The NASDAQ lagged just a little bit. The Dow actually did break 23,000 earlier in the day and closed, ever so slightly below that. Look, you want to make money in this market? It's pretty simple. The game here is risk on. You know, earlier today, I came across a couple of emails from a few of you out here. I want to address that just real quick because I do worry about you. A couple of you here apparently are betting against the major indices here. One of you said specifically you're betting against the S&P 500. Please don't do that. I don't know another way to say that. This is a risk-on environment. This could change in a day. There's no doubt about it. But as I have been outlining for you, for as far as back as I can remember here, this market is going to hit record high after record high after record high. Now, if you don't believe in this, look, I don't believe in this. This is not real. It's twisted and it's distorted. But we can take advantage of this. Please don't stick it like a deer in the headlights, but do not bet against this market here. If you want to, you can look for individual companies that you think are, ready to roll over or whatever, but to bet against a major index here, quite frankly, you have got to be nuts. Do not do this. Do not do this here unless you have information, and I would love to hear it, that you have evidence that this market is going to roll here. I can't see a reason why it's going to do that. This market is Teflon. Nothing seems to affect it. Terrorist attacks, earthquakes, hurricanes, North Korea, Donald Trump, it doesn't matter. It's the Fed who's running the show here, people. I don't know how to stress that enough to you. That's why when I get emails like this from people that tell me they're betting against the index. I appreciate the emails, and I'm sorry if I don't write back to you. I get so many of them, it's impossible for me to do that. But I do look through them, and I came across these. So, again, look, this is just my advice here. And I'm just trying to lay this out the way I see it. If you're short a major index here, you better be hedging your bets. If you're naked on one side of this, I can just about guarantee that you're going to get killed. You're going to get killed. You're going to get wiped out. So do not do this. Hedge your positions, especially in this kind of environment if you're betting against an index. Now, what we do need to look for here is pretty simple. It's very, very simple. I went over yesterday that I believe that we were going to see some pressure here on gold and silver. This played out to be true. Now, in a risk-on environment like we have here, we need to look for things that are falling out of favor, and that would be things like gold and silver right now, even bonds. Again, the cash is going to flow into the stock market in this kind of an environment. It just moves from one place to another. Now, we're not always going to nail the timing of this exactly correct, but we can get darn close to it. And that's what we want to do, to take advantage of this. If you're a stacker, I hope you add it to your stack today. I am not convinced that we're going to get a reversal tomorrow or the next day with regard to GLD, SLV. I have puts on these. As a matter of fact, yesterday, right before the market closed, like about 30 seconds before the market closed, I took up a small position against the SLV. I added to that today. Today I took a position against GLD. I'm going to hold these positions here for a little bit for several reasons. Again, the number one reason is risk on. This is risk on. So we want to be looking for weakness in certain assets. which is going to be the paper derivatives here of gold and silver. I hate trading these things, but once in a while, if there's an opportunity, you could take advantage of this. There's no doubt about it. You also, like I said, you might want to look for individual, if you're trading, stocks that appear to be ready to roll over here. Look at Netflix. It got slaughtered today. I know a lot of people who even wrote to me, and look, let me cover that real quick too. I know a lot of you got on the long side of Netflix before earnings, and you got crushed. Please, I hope you either had straddles on these, strangles on these. I cover this in my free video series. If you go to my website, traderschoice.net, first page, very bottom, I have a free video series there. Please check this out. If you're going to play earnings and you're naked on one side, there is something wrong with you, unless you have some kind of inside information. And if you do, you better be careful with that too. But look, it's pretty simple here. I want us to win, and we are going to win. Period. Okay? Risk on. I can't stress this enough. Until it's not risk on. And I'll tell you when I think that is. Look, I'm not always right. You guys and girls know that, but I'm right a majority of the time. And that's enough to push you over the edge so you can capitalize on this. You want to bet against the metals here? Be careful. Be careful with this. Someone wrote to me earlier on Facebook about it, and I wrote, this is what I'm doing. Be careful. Okay, so please be careful with that. Add to your stacks. Gold and silver have gone on sale once again because the environment is risk on. Stop the freaking madness, really, but it's not going to stop. The madness is going to continue because the Fed is running the show. We do not have a free market whatsoever, so let's use this to our advantage. If we know this, and I know you know it, well, it just makes our lives that much easier. That's really what it does. Anyway, the dollar here too, let me cover that real quick. The dollar is getting stronger here, and until that reverses, you want to be short the derivatives of gold and silver. That's the way I look at it. It's not always a perfect correlation, but most of the time this will work out for you. You got it? Okay, I'm going to let you all go. I hope you've enjoyed this first segment of my post-market wrap-up, and I hope I put a perspective on this for you for tomorrow. That's what I want to do here. I promise to not let any one of you lose. You're not going to lose here. You're not going to. I'm not going to allow it to happen. So listen to what I say. Think about what I'm saying. Does it sound logical? Is it illogical? And again, perhaps you can use some of this to your advantage. If you're a stacker, it could not be easier. You know exactly what to do. If you're a trader, it's a little more complicated. But I am trying so hard here to just smooth out the rough edges for you. You know, make you a perfect ashlar. Okay, I'm gonna smooth out your edges there. I'm gonna fix you up. Wow. All right, with that said, I'm going to let you all go, and I will see you tomorrow early. I'm going to start getting these videos out early in the morning so we can start to rip the face off of this market right at the open, and then we're going to recap at the end of the day and rip its face off again. I love this. I love it. I love all of you guys and girls, and I'll see you in the morning.